proceed. This is a follow-up on our previous video. We advise you to watch the original one before you proceed here. While we covered the pump and hemp's financial report in our last video, now we decided to focus more on what the company is doing recently. And what it's doing is making headlines, reprinting the same old news over and over again. On July 3rd, Hemp released a statement that they purchased some decortication equipment and roughly 15 million pounds of kenaf. We'll leave the details out, but as you can see, Hemp decided that the purchase speaks of a bright future for them. In truth, the news initiated a small upswing, but it wasn't exactly impressive. Then, soon after came the pump and the $5.5 million volume that was too tempting not to profit from. The price started falling, so what did Hemp do in this case? They've reprinted the news twice more. That's right, word for word, it's almost the same press release from July 3rd, with a different title and a short explanation. This material event warranted another release. For those who missed it the first time, Hemp has purchased, and so on. Hemp reprinted it because if it brought some positive movement once, why not try it again? And you know what? It did work twice more. The release was reprinted on July 10th and 11th, here and here. As you can see, the price definitely recovered on those dates, and this was at least partially influenced by the PRs. The problem is that it went down immediately after, so either Hemp has to chew and spit out the same news each day, or it needs to find something else to impress investors with. It seems the company has taken the latter approach on this. On July 9th, exactly before the PRs we talked about, Hemp first tried to stop the fall by releasing a statement that its subsidiary Bioadaptives was cleared for public trading. This failed to affect the price, but several days later on the 14th, the company released an improved version of this release. Back in April, Hemp shareholders were issued $240,000 worth of the subsidiary shares as dividends, which is absolutely great, but the subsidiary was cleared for trading just now. And well, honestly speaking, the press release was misleading. It claimed that dividends grew to $9 million in 3 days. When they say in the PR that the share value grew 3,700%, well, they did, but briefly. You gotta take a look at the big picture. So this here's what Hemp talks about. 2 million shares and a close of $4.6. That's the 9 million. In the next few days, the price fell down to a close of $2.3 as of this video. So following Hemp's logic, those 9 million should now be 4.5 million. The press release basically works like a pump letter. Pumpers always say how much their pigs grew, but never show how much the price dropped later. And there's a bigger problem still. If you combine the share volume of the first 6 days, you'd see 340,000 shares changing hands. Dividends were a total of 2 million shares. According to the subsidiary's last financial report, as of May, there were 12 million shares outstanding. So, going back to the 340,000 shares, how many trades do you think were from the 10 million other shares and how many from the dividends? So if you invested $1,000 in hemp, you'd get about 150 shares from Bioadaptives, which is no small sum. The problem is that the value is rapidly dropping and there's no way to know if you can actually trade those shares. This is Martin Nadenov for Hotstock.com.
I have a small amount of money to invest and I want to gamble in the market. I'm looking for a penny stock that'll go up and turn it into $100,000 or $1 million.